Okay, putting on a leather belt can be a little different than putting on a Velcro belt because it needs a little bit more help to get tight. So when you're putting it on, it doesn't matter which side the buckle is on. You'll probably find the side that you think is more comfortable or easier, just it's what you do. But it doesn't matter. Basically, what you're gonna do is take the loose end, put it through, and yes, I could just pull it tight, put the prong in, and call it a day. But I can probably get this thing a little bit tighter, and we want it to be as tight as possible. It can be too tight and actually restrict your ability to take a breath and maybe be so distracting that it's not doing you any good. So it can be too tight, but we also want it to be tight. We want it to be uncomfortable. You should not be wearing this thing while you're putting weight on the bar. You should not be wearing it while you're just resting. If you are, then it's probably not tight enough. You should put it on before you do that set and then take it off immediately. And you shouldn't put it on until you get to the point where you need it or you want it. So I would say probably the last warm up, so you don't do anything new in your work sets, and from then on. And that could also get earlier. So like if you have a weight that you get to, like when I get to 185 on my deadlifts, I put my belt on. And that doesn't matter when it happens in my warm-up set. It's just when I get to that weight, that's when I put my belt on. So to make it tighter, you're gonna take the end with the extra bit and take your hand on that side, right? And you're gonna wrap it around the rack. So the upright of the rack here. You can also do this on like a door frame, but if you have a rack, use this. You're gonna wrap it around. And then you're gonna lean back and away. So I'm not just leaning back, I'm leaning back and twisting away because that's gonna make this tighter. So as I lean back and away, I can get this thing 2 more notches, right? And I kind of have to push my shirt inside the hole here, maybe a little bit of myself, right? To make that nice and tight. Now it's much tighter, put this extra bit in, and you may find that you like the buckle here or here or here. I like it somewhere in the center. The belt itself should be somewhere between your rib cage and your hip bone. It may be overlapping either of those a little bit. That's okay as long as it's not bruising you. It shouldn't hurt long after you wear it. Now, when you've got this on, it's helpful to do a right? Like you're about to do one of those, I don't know what they are. But you're gonna be able to feel your body brace against it. It's not like you're pushing your belly out into the belt, but you're bracing inside of it. And now you can contract even harder because you're working against something. Now, once this belt's on, you do your lift, and now you need to take it off. You're gonna need to use the rack again. If you use the rack to put it on, you're probably gonna have to use it to get it off. So you're gonna make sure you take it out of the loop. A lot of people forget that part. Same thing, wrap that hand around, not this hand, because it makes it really hard to turn if this hand is around. So just this hand, and then you're gonna turn away, and you may have to really pull, and then you're gonna flick the prong out, and then you can loosen it. If it's so tight that you cannot get that prong out, relax. Take a deep breath. You've got it on, you can get it off. Relax again, then try it again, make it real tight, get that prong out, and maybe next time don't go quite as tight, okay? So that's how you're gonna use the rack to put this thing on nice and tight.